Forza Horizon 6 came out, and it is a representation of car culture. But in my review, I said that in some ways, Assetto Corsa does it better. And what do I mean by this? If you look at the map, there are two areas inside of this Forza Horizon 6 map that are quite interesting for Japanese culture. At least these are the two that are most obvious. The first one is here at the northeast. If you looked at the launch, a lot of people would be saying, over here you have this area called Mount Aruna, which will be initially Mount Akena. Very, very popular for drifters and street racers with Initial D and all of that. Generally, this would be the place where the TOUGE starts. This would be the first corner-ish. We'll see the differences between titles. And I want you to look around, and then you'll compare one thing to the other. But I also want you to put yourself in a situation of the context of the game, because Assetto Corsa and Forza Horizon are made for two very specific audiences, or two very different audiences. There's some overlap, but they also have a different type of mentality. It doesn't mean that one is superior to the other one. It just means that the choices that the team at Playground Games made for Forza Horizon, or the type of map that Forza Horizon is not the same type of map that it can be built in Assetto Corsa, because Assetto Corsa can go really deep in details if the modders or if the developers of the game want to, but you really don't have in the same map Haruna, Mount Akina, and then also Tokyo and other areas. There's also another TOUGE, which will be the Hakone Turnpike down on the southeast. I haven't unlocked it yet, but there's a drift zone over there. But as we come in the first few hairpins, you can see that the scale is totally different. It's totally different in every single sense. These roads are incredibly wide compared to what is in reality the mountain road of Mount Haruna. But oh, there's over there the small monument. You'll see that, and then you also have a parking area in this side. The parking area is really, really pretty, overlooking Tokyo, but in reality, you don't overlook Tokyo in real life. It gets the gist of it. In some places, is definitely better than the Assetto Corsa version, because the Assetto Corsa version is built by a modder. The ways the trees are made, in my opinion, they are very, very pretty. They look better. It looks lusher, less boring than in the mod in Assetto Corsa. But at the same time, it doesn't look exactly like it should be, because the modders then will go more towards fidelity, where they can put fidelity. And over here, there's really no fidelity. If you look, over there, you are at some sort of Pacific Ocean Bay type of view, which doesn't really happen in real life. So there's two different mentalities. One is for enjoyment, pure enjoyment of, you close your eyes and you kind of feel that you're in Japan, but not really, and you are able to do all of these different things. It doesn't mean that it's better or worse. It's worse in the sense that in simulation, but it's not worse in the sense that you can just cruise around, no problems. You can go in the same car to a highway, a motorway, and in another time you are doing this kind of thing, and then you are going to a car show and all of that cool stuff. Oh, there's a car over there. Maybe I should buy it? Oh no, it's it's an AI car. We're coming here into the hairpins. There are multiple hairpins on this one, but the hairpin scale is totally different. There's still some sense of simulation-ish. I think this game is very well balanced. They're trying to balance everything: fun, fidelity. Some things have to give. You can't really do everything perfect, and I think they have done generally a decent enough job. I wish they didn't make the roads as wide as they made. This is... Oh, there's another one over there? What? Are they dogging? Anyways, they've done a decent enough job But as you can understand, you cannot make everything correctly in a sense. If you build a map of this type, if you make everything, you know, accurate, something is going to give. You either go for scale or you go for some sort of semblance, and I think they have done a decent enough job. Let me know what you think in the comments. Now, this is Assetto Corsa. Here's the start of the TOUGE of Akina Downhill. It's very different. It's more towards the scale. The modder did by himself. He probably had a small team helping out, maybe. But essentially, it's just one guy, and you can see the difference in scale and also a difference in scope and context. The trees, I always like to talk about the trees in sim racing games. I'm probably the guy that talks about the trees the most. They cover differently. The trees are better in Forza Horizon. Well, they have to. These are essentially copy-pasted to the assets. I think there's a few 3D assets over there. They don't look as good, but the coverage in the way that he was able to shape and model, it looks great. It feels like you're going actually through the forest. I'm going to give the environment look award of so towards the modder here, even though the trees are definitely much better in Forza Horizon. The technology that Microsoft has for the trees is actually quite good. It's not the only game, and Playground was able to use it, I think, very well. But as you can see, there's a difference in the representation. The track is definitely much narrower. It's more towards what is happening in real life. The handling, of course, I like it more here, but then again, it's my type of jam. But then I cannot pick this car up in the same loads. I cannot go into Central Tokyo like you can do with Forza Horizon. It's a different thing. The things are represented in different ways. This is made for a different type of fun. Forza Horizon is made to be a little more casual, you know, pick up controller, play with your friends kind of thing. Here's the parking area I was talking about before. So they do different things in ways that I think were very well done. The focus is different, but I wanted to show you, if it's your first contact between, you know, with Japanese car culture, which could be the case of a lot of people. The difference is substantial, but don't think one is better than the other. It's just a completely different kind of thing. The other thing this game represents is the midnight club kind of scene with Daikoku and Shutoku C1 and the outer loops and all of that. But sadly, I must say that the representation of this, even though I do understand that, you know, you have to make choices, it isn't really that good, especially when you compare it with Assetto Corsa, which has a huge map. And of course, Tokyo Extreme Racer. Assetto Corsa takes it from a previous game. But what we have here in Forza Horizon feels very claustrophobic. It doesn't feel like you are doing exactly the same thing. I'm not saying that you should all the time, but, you know, when you have Daikoku parking area in this place instead of the other parking area that's also very popular, and they have to make these type of choices, something has to give, and what we have here could be better in my opinion. So if we get out of here, so this is the Daikoku parking area. So you can do car meets in this area. There's a car meet area over there. Now it's always a pain in the butt to get out. So here it is. The night scenery looks very good. So this is the car meet area. Oh, there's a Honda S2000. Now I'm gonna try to get this and go to Rainbow Bridge. The snail is represented in Forza Horizon, which is quite interesting. You do lose your sense of self and the direction here. It is quite funny. But of course, where the PA is, it is nothing like reality. Neither is the Mount Fuji over there. So we have we have also the Rainbow Bridge, and it doesn't have that scale. It doesn't have that sense of danger almost that you sometimes have in Tokyo Extreme Racer and in Assetto Corsa. Once again, something would have to give. You have all the main, you things in Tokyo over here, and then you go for a loop. But in terms of the track representation, it is not bad at all. So over there, here would be like if you were to do the loop, but now you are in reality inside of the lower roads of Tokyo. And Tokyo, it is okay-ish. You still have to build a city to have the main points like Shibuya and Asakusa and all of that stuff. And that would be easy to navigate. It would be very difficult to do. But this, for me, the part where you do the highway poles, it was something quite interesting to see. Even in Gran Turismo, you had that with Super Stage 7 and all of that. But on Forza Horizon, it doesn't feel like it has that je ne sais quoi, that thing of danger, and that the high speed type of street racing is well represented. I think turns it a bit down. I was saying that the highway type of vibe scenery that we have in Forza Horizon 6 is disappointing, and now you can see why. All of these are mods. There's even mods out there that would get you AI traffic going around, so you can swerve through traffic. There's plenty of mods. There's plenty of servers in Assetto Corsa, No Hezi, Shutoko Revival Project. But essentially, this is the reason why I say, because this specific mod is the size. It's actually a 1-to-1 scale. Not of everything, of course, but it goes to the Daikoku area, even though the Daikoku area is not represented in this version, if I'm not mistaken. But you can go all the way to Yokohama. It takes you about 5-6 minutes full of flat out. You have most of the landmarks represented. It's very pretty in Assetto Corsa. Of course, Forza Horizon has, prettier light, I think, though what the modders have done here. Remember, all of this is modders, even though this was taken from a game, I believe, Tokyo Extreme Race or whatever. There's a new version of it, of that game as well, built in Unreal Engine 5. And the Rainbow Bridge looks like a rainbow, and everything is 1-to-1 scale. And when we go into central Tokyo, you'll see the difference between what is available in Forza Horizon and what is available here. So you go over at the bridge, very pretty at this time of day. You go over the bridge, you can see that it's quite a big map. You have all the skyline, you also have the Tokyo Tower at the distance in your right. And there's another parking area, very popular parking area at the left side. We're not going to go there. I'm just going to give you a little bit of a taster of the Shutoku area, or the C1. So the inner loop that is available in Tokyo. But of course, in reality, you wouldn't really now drive at the speeds that we're doing. We're doing 160 kilometers an hour. Completely illegal in real life, but they did it. This is just representing part of the car culture. So you can go through one side or the other, and now this is part of the loop. We're not going to do the whole loop. I want you to check out the difference between games. Once again, one is a wider representation of Japan. This one is a deeper representation of Japan. That makes a difference if you're looking for, for searching for a specific vibe. If you want just to relax, you can definitely relax while I'm doing this. You can go much faster, much sweatier than I'm doing. I'm just cruising around in this modified R34. Once again, a mod for Assetto Corsa. It's the most complicated part in Assetto Corsa, while in Forza Horizon, essentially you can do pretty much what you want in your cars at the time, at any given time. So what we have here is definitely richer in the details of the city. It's very pretty, very well represented. It's very well modeled. Even though this is uplifted from a game, they have been, changing the mods, changing the map very well. You can go to other parts of Tokyo as well. You have other towers around, and you can do this full loop. It takes you about also 4 or 5 minutes maybe 5 minutes full tilt. It's quite hard, I can tell you. If you're not careful, you're definitely gonna crash. So you have so much more in this track or in this mod for Assetto Corsa than you have for Forza Horizon in what is car culture in the game for what was the the big thing during the 80s and the 90s with with One Gun Midnight, the Midnight Club, and all of that part. Assetto Corsa, even today, this game is 12 years old, even today continues to be unmatched by anything. If you want to represent a specific part of car culture, this game still does it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.